What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Hunter Call the Wild What are we calling this again? I just totally lost my my train of thought. Experimental experience. This will be episode number 7. We've only got this episode and 2 more to go, and we are done with this experiment. Today, we're going to Alaska. Let's see here. Yukon Valley Nature Reserve. There is a description of the reserve there if you want to pause the video and take a look at it. Otherwise, we're going to head straight into the cinematic, and from there we'll explain what's going on for those of you who are just joining us.
Welcome to Yukon Valley, Chichiko. From up here, you're able to see almost the entire reserve. This looks like the spot to set the plane down. I'll pull up to the jetty and you can climb out. Now, good luck to you out there. And don't forget, I'm only a radio call away. I'm quite certain that you're the part of the puzzle that we've been missing out here. While I deal with paperwork and people, you're going to be my eyes and ears on the ground. We're going to be a strong team. I just know it.
Man, this is beautiful.
Enjoy your time out in the reserve. Confident that someone of your ability will find their way around, no problem. I look forward to seeing the results of your hunts. Since you've just arrived, there's a couple of places nearby that I'd like you to visit. You can probably see the lookout tower, just up the hill from where I dropped you off. If you climb to the top, you'll get a great view of the surrounding area. There's also an outpost close to the tower. It's always good to know where you can rest your head after a day's work, right? Head to the outpost and make sure it's ready to receive visitors. I don't mind which one you travel to first, but I'd like you to stop off at both sites.
Alright, so here's our lookout tower. As you can see, it's very similar to Leighton Lakes, which we're going to get to in the next video. But it's also vastly different. This one's all steel. Leighton Lakes is like a mixture of wood and steel. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on inside.
Once you're up top, enjoy the view. These towers are used mostly for fire watch duties. But when I'm at the top of one, normally I just want to put my feet up and enjoy the tranquility. I haven't had a chance to do that in a long time, though.
So it brings us straight up into the tower, which is really cool. You don't have to open any doors. I like that. Not much in here. Just a beautiful 360-degree view. And a cabinet. Really, that's it. So let's check it out.
You at the top? Can you see the outpost from there? I normally do a routine check of an outpost after we've had visitors. All it takes is a forgotten half-eaten sandwich, and suddenly you have curious animals coming to investigate. Bears are temperamental neighbors, and you don't want them knocking on the door asking to borrow some sugar.
Is he done? I think he's done. Alright, so here is our map. It's pretty small. This won't take long for me to get through at all. A couple things to point out with this map, and I know this is going to happen, is there is a point of interest right over in here, and there is a outpost right here that we will not be able to unlock because they are tied to story missions. We have to do the story missions to unlock them. So we are going to miss out on roughly 300 experience points because of that. So let's keep that in mind. Speaking of experience points, we are at 36,050 presently. I know we got some for this lookout tower. I think we were at 35,060 before we came to Alaska. So let's head on over. Oh, it's starting to snow. Let's head on over to the outpost, which isn't very far away. And we're actually just going to go ahead and knock out the missions for this outpost. We have to check the wood, and we have to check the trash, I think. And that'll give us some extra experience points, but if you're doing this, you're going to do it anyway, so it's not really throwing the experiment off to knock that mission out since you're right there.
Welcome to Loggers Point. 100 years ago or so, felled trees would be dragged down there. Then teams would strip them down and roll them into the river. Then they'd be bundled up and towed out to the sawmills. The outpost sits on top of the old workers' campsite. I know it might seem trivial, but can you take a look at the trash can and make sure that it's locked? It's a bear-proof trash can with a tricky catch. I don't want to take any chances.
Alright, so we just claimed that. Let's go ahead and take care of the trash can since it's right here.
People often struggle to lock these heavy-duty trash cans, but if they leave it just a little bit open, all sorts of trouble could come sniffing around. I think we got lucky this time. Thanks for taking care of that. Oh, one last thing. Before you move on, can you take a look at the firewood inside the cabin?
So as we can see from the outside here, this looks a lot like Medved, which we did in episode 2. Just in this build of the structure, I think this is a reskin of Medved. Medved's outposts were actually sitting on the ground. They weren't on stilts like this one. This one would definitely be on stilts because if this lake were to flood, hopefully it wouldn't get over the stilts, but it makes sense. There's definitely a reason for it to be on stilts. Here's the inside, nice and cozy. Not down with these steel stools. You would think that they would be wood, but whatever. Our storage locker where we can buy all our stuff, get our equipment set up. Axe, shovel, a foot locker, bunk bed. Beds are where we get our change our time. Another little storage bin, wood stove, wood, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, the decorations, I mean, this one has bears, the other one had deer, but it's kind of the same color. I really wish they would make these more unique to the map, and I know I've said that before.
Damn, this is bad news. These logs have all the signs of a beetle infestation. Let me see if I can check in with the hunters who must have cut the firewood. I have the number for their satellite phone in the log somewhere. I'll get back to you. I just found the number. I knew I had it here somewhere. I'll give the hunters who stayed here a call and see what they have to say. I'll call you back in a moment after I've landed.
Sorry about that clicking. I was muting the mic.
No answers from the hunters yet. I'll I'll keep trying. There's an outpost in the forest to your northwest. If you follow the trail, you'll find it. I have a hunch that... Oh, phone's ringing. I'll call you back when I get some answers from these guys about where they cut the wood. Head to the forest outpost in the meantime. I'll bet that's where they were.
Anyways, like I was saying, I was sneezing and I didn't want you to have to hear that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to all these little green dots on here, anything that says undiscovered, and we're going to go explore it, get it. That in turn will give us experience points. As you already saw, we gained a level, which gave us a skill point. I don't anticipate us gaining another level, but it might happen. So if it does, great. If not, oh well. This is another map that I've had issues on when it comes to animals. The last time I did this, I had animals congregate on this bridge and on this bridge, and I had to down them in order to cross the bridge. Otherwise, if I tried to cross it, they would have just killed me by bumping into me. So, full disclosure, I may have to shoot some critters. Hopefully it won't happen, but if it does, hopefully I'll remember and I will record that for you guys just so you can see that, yes, this is what happened. Anyways, enough talking. I will see you guys once I'm done doing what I need to do. So let's get on with it. Alright guys, so we finished Alaska. We didn't have to fire a single shot, so that's really great. Let's come on over to our profile card here. We almost made level 19. Didn't quite make it, but we're close. As you can see, we ended up with 39,800. We started off with 35,950, which means Alaska netted us 3,850 experience points. Not a whole lot. It is the second worst as of right now in terms of experience points. But hey, it is what it is. I'm glad we got to see it, and I'm glad we're able to get this data put together. We do have a skill point though, so we're going to go ahead and get that going. Do I want to put one more in locate tracks? More health would always be good. Track knowledge, I think, is more important than that other stuff, so we're going to go ahead and buy that. And that sets us up to where we basically need to be. We are now going to head down to the Pacific Northwest region of the United States, so we're looking at Oregon or Washington, somewhere in there. But yeah, that's where I'll meet you guys next for Layton Lakes. And as always, be safe, be cool, have fun. Thanks for watching.